All right, so we're starting our next series. Yolo Diving You took the 2-0. It is now going to be facing 30K Violet, who just took the 2-0, in our second round. And we're going to be starting out on Battlefield of Eternity. Well, we've got a second as the lobby is filling up. Let's go to the map selection. I couldn't find a logo for Yolo Diving You, so they get to be the Blue Blastoise today. You can see the map bands here. Volskaya Foundry, Cursed Hollow, Alterac Pass, and Sky Temple. I think those were the exact same bands as last time, except it was Alterac and Cursed together, and it was Foundry and Sky Temple together. I think this is the exact same band.
Oh, I think it was...
Was it something else instead of Volskaya?
It was Tomb.
It was Tomb instead of Volskaya, but otherwise it was exactly the same.
It's very similar here. You're seeing this, like,
that's funny.
So I'm guessing it's 30K Violet. No. They've banned Sky Temple. Wait, I'm confused. So 30K Violet.
Sky Temple and Alterac. Last time they banned Cursed Hollow and Alterac.
Interesting. So I guess Yolo Diving You banned what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
All right, we've got 9 in our lobby. We're just looking for the next one here. On the side of Yolo Diving You, looks like the Zalay is here. Good. Zalay, Pinkman, Felipe, Savage Drago, and Love Dart make up Yolo Diving You. Give them the ready to go. We'll jump right into our next series.
Yeah, so we have an idea of what 30K is going to do. I mean, generally, they're going to play pretty standard with the draft here. They're going to take what's best available. They're going to combo it pretty well. It seemed like they needed that little bit of warm-up here in Game 1, and then the first half of Game 2, they still felt like they were scaling. I feel like the end of Game 2, they were hitting their stride powerfully. So we'll see if that's going to carry over here. They've just run BOE. Like, is this going to be an advantage for them? They just did a very clean, deathless game, knowing nothing. Like, 30K, or I said 30K Blue, excuse me. 30K Violet, like, do they have it? Like, is this it? We'll see.
I mean, from our perspective of just watching their last series, they're on a high right now. I don't know how the first series went with Yolo Diving You. Maybe they crushed equally as well, and we're in for a battle of the Titans here. But we're back on Battlefield. I mean, we're going to get to see a little inter-series draft comparison. We'll see if 30K Violet just runs something similar. Ooh. They're going to take away Kel'Thuzad. I think there might be some inside baseball going on here, Stoke.
Yeah, definitely. That is not a hero I've ever seen in that top row since, I don't know, Silver Storm League, like a year ago. So, like, that's a really interesting thing. Definitely they know something. Which you got to appreciate, right? Like,
oh, yeah. That's the great thing about Heroes of the Storm right now. Like, these players, no one's coming out of nowhere in terms of the top level of Heroes of the Storm. There's a level of familiarity amongst players at this level that is always interesting to see. You see it play out on streams, you see it play out in tournaments. Like, it's hard to hide what you're doing out there.
Yeah. So here we go back to these typical bans. Brightwing taken away. Probably a Stukov ban here if we're going with what the meta has been. Maybe this is an opportunity for Yolo Diving You to never. What am I thinking? They're going to ban Stukov. Stukov is just
when one goes, the other goes.
So this is the
Dahaka.
Yolo Diving You probably wants to pick up the Blaze here in this rotation, I imagine. They could look to grab an Anduin now with the 2 other supports being taken away.
It depends on whether they're worried about it being mid-banned. Because you could say, like, they've already taken Dahaka. They're probably not going Dahaka Blaze, but if they really want to make sure it doesn't get banned away, maybe they pick that up.
Oh, I forgot
see our
Lunara.
First Lunara of the day, though, here from Pinkman. What's the pairing? It's going to be Hogger from Savage Drago.
Yeah, I love Hogger.
Hogger's awesome.
Hogger is awesome. Even though does not feel as OP as he used to when I fell in love with him. You've got to be. I think when he first came out, it was like anybody could be amazing at Hogger because he was just so overtuned numbers wise. Yeah,
he still kind of does all the same stuff. It's really, really good. He just isn't so overtuned in numbers that if you screw up 75% of it, it works out anyway.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Interesting here. So Malfurion here to match Lunara. Malfurion going to be able to deal with her poison pretty well, but not able to deal with that new level 7 that is popping people. So we'll see how that
The
responds.
choking pollen is really, really nice. 30k Violet, they've got that Dahaka, not the Blaze, so we were just talking about that, you know, pseudo-support bruiser that isn't really something that Dahaka provides. As Yolo diving, you can abandon Nubarak, and there goes Samuro. Is there some kind of degenerate player over on the side of Yolo diving you with these Kel'Thuzad Samuros?
Gotta be. What's
going on here?
Yeah, somebody's having some issues if they playing KZ and Samuro. So this will be interesting. I want to see something that's going to be able to reliably punish Avala. Panda Colada show they're quite a good player. So will they run away with this game if we don't have something that's going to get it? I like the Muradin and the Ana. A little more reliable here. The Hogger.
So is the burst of choking pollen so powerful on Lunara right now that you can actually do a super boost Ana?
I mean, imagine how dead you are when she hits Q. Now imagine how dead you are when Q is 30% better.
I mean, you're just casting it all the time. Do you just go like the big Q on 4? No, you've got to go race on Battlefield.
Yeah, I think you... Unless their Hogger is that good that the Hogger can get that bounce reliably.
So we've still got a Varian comp here coming up from 30k Violet. It's going to be a Varian Malfurion this time instead of an Anubarak and a Tyrande. But it looks like a somewhat similar style. They're doing it with the Dahaka this time instead of the Blaze. So I'd say they're a little bit more flexible in their style of attack here compared to the last series.
Yeah, I think this is actually an exceptional I think it's an exceptional Li Ming game. I think she's going to be able to provide some peel for the Ana that she'll need, right, with that Wave of Force, being able to push back that Dahaka. She provides some necessary burst, right? That Lunara, sure, at Q is a good burst, but if it's only once every 7 seconds, like, you're going to need some to be able to finish people more reliably. I like both of these drafts, frankly, here. I am worried about the survivability of Vala, as we've seen, especially in that last game, where without that little bit extra, she's just going to not make it out alive. But Panda, I'm excited for them to prove me wrong, as Albatox did on that Genji.
If 30k Violet can zone Li Ming out of these fights, I feel like they've got a really good chance here. But if Soleil is able to just move in and get any kind of angle they want, 30k Violet's got some low health bars here.
Yeah, no, they absolutely do. I mean, you got Fried Chicken, you've got Little Red Riding Hood, and you've got the Baby Groot. I mean, this definitely can be popped. Li Ming can just, boom, get all three at once.
Let's see how it goes. Game number 1 of our round 2 on the left and the blue. It is Yolo diving you. You hear all that rhyming? God damn. Soleil on the Li Ming. Love Dart is on Ana. Pinkman is on Lunara. Felipe on the Muradin. And Savage Drago is on the Hogger.
And if you've been with us, we've been watching them in the red team. It's Galnagutter on Malfurion, Epic Player playing Dahaka, Marlo on the Varian, Panda Colada playing Vala, Albatox on Falstead. It's 30k Violet.
Here we go. For game number 1, we've got a rotation up to the top lane here. Let's see if Baby Varian is enough. Can they take down a Hogger? Survey says no. So they're going to stick around. Varian going to head out to the bottom lane.
Varian also says no. No,
it says, okay. I mean, Vala Malfurion, they can put a little bit of hurt in here. Is there going to be a root? Oh, barely missed there. That second bounce on the Hog or Hog Wild always goes just a little bit farther than you feel like it should, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it's because of the... Never mind. But yes, it always does. You're definitely correct here.
You're just like... You saw it right there. Gunner's like, Hogger should stop right here. And Hogger just went like an extra 4 range past that.
Yeah. Before the basic gank attempt, they'll get 500 damage on the wall on the bottom. Not too shabby. With if you're the Li Ming team, you like that. That adds up very quickly after every wave.
They've been trying to step up here. One thing I've definitely seen in this new, like, emergence of Lunara is into stuff like Avala. Just getting 1 Q, or into Falstad, just 1 hit on that Blossom Swell takes out like 40% of Vala's health without healing.
Yeah.
It just feels so unfair.
And I love as well the ability for her to use that crippling spores to slow someone down on demand. It's like a 9-second window you can build up where I can slow them whenever I want. Almost like Maev's cage, where I can say, okay, now I want to stop you. Yeah. I think it's really powerful for coordinated environments.
We'll see how it goes here right now. Looks like Yolo diving you. It does have the control down in the bottom lane. Falstad and Dahaka are actually up in the top lane here, making sure Savage Drago can't push Epic Player off the point. See if Falstad has the fly to get back. I don't see. I might be able to see that cooldown.
Falstad does have fly available.
Oh, actually, Epic Player is a little bit low here. Albatok's trying to help out with the counter kill onto Hogger, and there goes Savage Drago. It's almost a solo kill from Hogger onto Dahaka, but Falstad sticking around there for the help.
Yeah, here Lunara here opting to go for this camp a little bit before level 4. She'll feel much better once she gets level 4, or she'll almost die and be forced to back off. Anna there.
Help me. There we go.
Oh. It's so painful to try this camp before level 4. It's almost not even worth it until you have 4 to head up there.
It's sort of that situation where you just, like, you're shot calling with your positioning. You're just like, this is a bad idea, but I'm doing it. Shouldn't you help me?
Yeah. Both teams capping these camps. Red a little bit later, taking a little bit longer, but they'll be able to have that camp pushing deeper during the objective phase here.
Oh, Yolo diving you able to jump right onto this race here. Lunara catching up here with the last couple of hits. Look at this.
Good Hogger spin. Some Lunara damage left over.
Again, it just goes so far. It doesn't seem like that should be an infinite bounce. It's such a wide area.
Yeah, it's only an infinite bounce if you start in the middle. 400 point lead here. Marlowe goes in for a little bit of taunt on the Anna, who's a little out of position. Felipe with a great peel, though. Excellent setup there. You need to watch out because Lunara is going to be slept, rooted, and...
There we go. So I was talking earlier about how, like, there's some low health bars on the side of 30k Violet. They got to watch out for the Li Ming bombs. But in a similar fashion, Lunara, Ana, Li Ming, they got to watch out for those Malfurion roots because the follow-up there is going to be coming in pretty heavy.
Yeah, you know, that's a great kill there. Panda's now going to be able to race this Immortal down so quickly. Hogger Bounce looking to finish it off.
Savage Drago looking for the swipe. Nice duck, though, by Epic Player. Looks like we're going to have a blue Immortal here, about 6,500 health on that. And Yolo diving you is going to have the first chance to siege up here in the top lane.
Yeah, that's a really good grab for them. After they're down 2 kills already in this match, and being able to get that first Immortal without having to lose that to the solo Vala, who was just over there wailing on it, big win for them here.
Immortal going to step up here. Nice sleep dart coming in from Ana, just creating a little bit of extra space, buying some time. Arlo, is going to get stunned here. Going to be okay, though, as the wall does fall. Soleil and Pinkman just trying to get in range, trying to get a little bit of damage. They're going to settle for the side walls. And then back on out. These have been, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that the player named Love Dart is playing a very nice Ana right now. But these sleep darts have been really on point. Every time it looks like 30k Violet is angling to move in for an engage, it's just, nope, here's one.
Yeah, interesting. Also not playing that classic sleep dart build, opting for the biotic grenade build here at 1 and 7, something we haven't seen for a little while, when Ana had a little bit more of a rise of popularity. This is kind of like a
I can see it in a situation like this where you've got Lunara, Li Ming. They're going to need, you know, a little bit of healing attention. Being able to just hit that grenade for a little bit of extra healing, pretty useful.
Totally.
Gunner is kind of caught here, trying to turn it around with the root, but will go down. Marlowe sending right over the wall there as Felipe is going to be taken down in response. Varian was on a mission.
Yeah, he was zooming.
Nice job, Marlowe. 30k Violet, a little bit ahead here on the path to level 10. You see the hero kills definitely helping out. Slightly ahead on the minions, but 3-1 in kills is the real difference in these two experience totals.
Yeah, your next objective is going to spawn here in 15 seconds. Let's see how these teams position here. Again, with this Vala opting for Monster Hunter at level 7 tells me that they are looking to win objectives more than they are for team fights. So we'll see this positioning.
Moving into the middle, 5 seconds on these Immortals. Just looking to get an immediate race here. Marlowe on the edge. This is a situation where both teams are thinking, you know what, we need to find our 10s. You see Varian up in the top lane there, just looking for a possibility. They got to catch these waves. So let's just go to the halftime, and we'll see what we can find.
You know, this race is very, very close here. If both teams race, I imagine the team...
Okay, we're in defensive positions. That does help out. Yolo diving you here. They're able to defend from a little bit of safety. Try to casually find their level 10s here. 30k Violet did pick up their heroics. Looking at the Twilight Dream, Isolation, Taunts, Strafe, and Mighty Gust.
Great snap stun there on the Marlow.
Great gust timing from Albatox there as Marlow was looking like in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Good poke there from 30k Violet as well during all of that. A lot of health taken off that Immortal.
Yeah, here now they're supposed to play a little bit back as Varian's tapped, looking to get back in here with an ult, the disadvantage. They're looking to step up.
Felipe, I like this positioning from Muradin here. Muradin is just hanging out in the middle going like, you want to taunt me? You want to taunt me? Throw the taunt onto me. While the rest of the team doesn't have to worry so much about Marlow. Uh-oh, Epic player in the back, though. Big flank. Albatox going to get hit there. And we are on the full engage. Panda Colada is going to hit that strafe. Shockwave going to be interrupted there. Savage Drago is low. And there goes Hogger. Albatox being chased out here, though. There is the huge silence. It's going to be Ming, Falstad, and Lunara going down. 3 for 1 here from 30k Violet.
Yeah, wow. Only losing the Falstad as well there. Big win for them. The Hawk are going to be able to push in top quite heavily. And bottom here is probably going to lose quite a bit as well.
Yeah, there's not a lot that Muradin and Ana can do here. I mean, we can send out some sleep darts just to be annoying. But once this wall goes down, there's not a lot of reason for them to hang out here. Love Dart just going to get right out of that ADS and move back.
Here it drops. Dahaka here, positioning in this early bush. Falstad looking to look possibly top as well. Oh, looking for a fly. Possible engage here on top into Savage Drago.
Hit the unstoppable. That's the thing about that fly, is if you put it in, that little circle is visible. So Drago sees that and goes, no thank you, and just activates the unstoppable spin right away.
Yeah, if you put that little fly circle, Hosty will see it and destroy you.
That's right.
One-shot you.
Oh, wow. Arcane Orb just curving around poor Dahaka there.
Bottom lane going to have a little bit of a catapult in this next wave. So red team wanting to play this and work on whittling down this top fort here. They know that someone's going to have to show.
Augur did show on the wave, so that means that Panda Colada and Albatox can go ahead and start that camp, cap it out. We're going to see 30k Violet try to find their 13s and push in through this top fort.
Augur just now getting this clear, which means they're definitely going to get some value here on this fort. Varian stepping up there, gets this a little charge, possibly trying to bait something out onto this Muradin. Escorting
Augur's doing the Shaman camp here. Looks like, yeah, I mean, trying to save this fort would be pretty impossible. So we're going to see Yolo diving you just back off here.
So where do they make their stand here? They're down a whole level.
So they've got an opportunity to freeze the top wave. They just picked up a little bit of experience with that camp. Bottom wave, maybe we'll see 30k Violet push that in a little bit. It looks like they're just going to let that sit and grab the bottom camp instead. Also, I got to be a little bit careful here. Felipe is on the chase. Okay, Albatox is out. It looks like they're actually going to try to counter push the top lane.
No.
Nice sleep dart and the stun. Albatox is going to try to get away. Double leap from Pinkman. Muradin is actually going to go down to the fort here as Falstad falls to the poison.
Wow, that's actually crazy. Falstad was totally safe, decided to come back, was cheeky. I love that blue team called the bluff. And you know, trading 1 for 1 when you're down as well as grabbing a fort there, very worth it. Very, very worth it.
That's a really sort of shrewd macro call there from Yolo diving you. They knew 30k Violet was on bottom camp. So despite being down level 13s at the time, they know they can safely engage top lane, try to get a little bit of free experience there, and they happen to pick up a kill in the process.
Yeah, I love it here. Now these two Immortals extremely equal. Both teams are going to have
excessively equal.
Okay.
Galactically equal. Actually, they're about 500 apart. But it's close enough.
It's true. We'll see how this plays. Dahaka in the top, Hogger in the bottom. We'll see how this rotation happens. Both of these teams kind of waiting for their lanes to get cleared. Someone do your chores faster and get back home.
The Hawk is pushing that top lane with a Shaman camp here. Double stun mill comes out from Felipe. Marlo getting chunked down to half, and look at that. Varian trying to get the intercept to move back. There's big silence from Malfurion. Is that going to be enough? Marlo is somehow surviving. The Lion's Maw healing is... Oh, it won't be enough. Varian's still going to fall there. Pinkman is kind of low in the back here, but Epic Player is stuck. Falstad is down. There goes to Haka next. Here come the resets. Yolo diving you with the triple are going to go ahead and pick up this Immortal. They got to deal with the top wave, but this is a big win for them.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why did Marlo turn back around? He got the Warbringer, which allowed him to dodge and get a little bit to safety, and then turned around. And it felt like 30K then just like said, okay, Marlo's dead. Now we'll die.
Kill, but it was trying to get the kill onto Muradin, and Felipe just the regen with the block stacks and Love Dart in the back, doing some great work in keeping those taunted and still targets nice and healthy.
Yeah, the risk reward there is not going to pay off here. This fort is going to now be gone in just that moment. Here, Yolo Diving You has now equalized this game. Structure's equal, kills about equal. They've taken a third of a level lead.
It's those late kills, catch-up experience for the win. Or late game kill experience, I should say. Savage Drago is here, gets the knockback. You see that... It's Dynamite talent, Easy Dynamite, doing some good job with the zoning. And this is looking like a dead keep here. Wow, what a turnaround for Yolo Diving You.
Yeah, Immortal at half health. Epic Player dropping low. There's a good gust.
Nice job. Nice cleanse there. Ana did take the cleanse, yeah? Yeah, smelling salts. Very nicely done. That's a keep going over to Yolo Diving You.
Yeah, they got to be feeling really happy about just turning this game around here now. They have twice as many structures as their opponent. They're back equalized pretty much in levels. They're going to be fine to trade out these camps here. They have a win condition opened. Any future team fight they win, they can run at bottom.
Starting to get into that sort of late game Vala zone, though. You see the stacking going on from Panda Colada. The crippling hammer is online here for Falstad, so you not only get the minus armor, you get the slow on top of that. But you've also got... Oh, it's actually going to be Fireflies here for Li Ming, so just extra magic missiles at extra speed here for Zalay.
Yeah, interesting. Maybe wanting to combo that with the Aether Walker at 1 to make sure they're always getting that 10%, not having to wait. And, you know, the Vala picking up Seething Hatred at level 16 is not what I would have expected into the Muradin Hogger. I would have definitely expected that Manticore talent. What are your thoughts? Again, it seems like a prioritization on getting this PvE damage on the Immortal rather than winning these team fights.
So we got the damage by 10%. Yeah, so you're putting more into your Q. I mean, it goes with the build, right? You think you're going to be going for faster fights. You just want, you know, that extra damage on every cast, so you can get a quick WQ combo. I mean, it's an investment in blow-up, and when you're a Varian comp, blow-up is definitely going to be useful.
That's a fair point. But, you know, how is she going to get that max hatred up if it's a snap engage? I guess Vala's looking to kind of like start the engage, run it, and then Varian says, okay, now we're ready to blow this up. I think it can work.
Yeah, I mean, the burst kill doesn't necessarily have to be on the first taunt, right?
True.
I mean, taunt is such a low cooldown that you might get 2-3 off in a fight, depending on how long it goes. So, I feel like Vala is not going to have too much of a problem with those hatred stacks. Uh-oh, Felipe in way back there. He's going to look for a stun. Marlo able to duck it. Look at the naked... Look at the burst just taken down to half immediately.
Blue team dropped a little low, but was great zoning back here. Red now on the defensive for their Immortal, but look at this.
Hawk is coming into the back here. Taunt coming out from Marlo Felipe. Oh, manages to get away from the Immortal stun. The Haka is low with the negative healing, but Epic Player able to move to safety with the now increased movement speed on Tunneling Claws. Oh, big blows being traded by these teams here. Panda Colada is actually looking for Savage Drago here. See those hungering arrows just circling the knoll.
Yeah, and you know what? With his top camp now attacking the keep, this is going to be. It looks like it's going to be the Immortal going in favor of 30K Violet. Big swing
No, they're
here.
not done yet. Yolo Diving You is trying to get more done here. Epic Player is able to get underground. Felipe is very low. Ooh, gets on out of there. Another big burst coming in from Falstad. Like you said, top keep is... They gambled and now they're losing. Top Keep is down to half here, and the Immortal still goes over to 30k Violet.
Yeah, I think they had to make a choice there. Like, do they want to keep their keep healthy or go for the Immortal? I think they kind of tried to play both, and I think that's gonna be scary for me. I mean, for me, I'm maybe just safe where I think, all right, let's give this Immortal, let's keep our keep healthy, because that's gonna give us more of a chance to defend at core. I guess they have a full wall bottom.
Catch up the bottom lane here. We'll be able to dig in, hopefully. The bush position isn't tremendous here on Battlefield of Eternity, but at least we'll be able to catch up at some point. We're not really threatening level 20s just yet, unless this is a longer push. So we'll see if a keep is actually in the cards here for 30k Violet.
Immortal now.
Take some hits. Marlowe going in, going to force out the Avatar. Epic player wants a drag. Taunt stun, the drag's back, but nice. Oh, the extra taunt. Felipe manages to get out of there. Keep is starting to take some hits, I think. Yeah, there it goes. But the Immortal is low.
Okay. Structure's equalized, but the top is quite low. Level 20 is about to be online for red. We'll see if they snap engage here as Stefan Ring steps out.
Falstad and Malfurion were a little bit behind there.
Yeah.
So they couldn't, Marlowe couldn't quite take the engage.
I like that discipline though, right? Like 3v5, even if you're up 20s, is not the way to fight.
Mm-hmm. Nice stun there onto Marlowe's. Varian is continuing to just move in there and threaten these engages. This keep is still very, very low. Panda Colada trying to step up there, get some Qs. Ooh, those orbs always get slow close. Marlowe just continuing slamming into that keep, and that's all structures down. Can they get more? Marlowe moves in. Gonna just keep holding that taunt, just gonna keep threatening here.
Wow. Okay. Red team not able to find any picks there, even with level advantage. Happy to take that keep. They'll take the top camp. Blue team, I think they're going to make the assumption that red is in this camp, and they'll now be validated. They'll grab this camp as quick as they can.
They get to do that. Tahak is already on the bottom camp here for 30k Violet. So that's going to be an easy one. And right now, Yolo diving you. They've got to clear out this top lane for sure. Actually, Back Bruiser is up in 5 seconds here. That's going to be a big deal for 30k Violet, because they're going to have that pushing along with constant catapults during this objective. That really puts Yolo diving you on a timer here.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Well, I'm excited to see how they respond to this kind of checkmate situation here. But because the next Immortal could easily win this game, but if no Immortal happens, then it seems to me...
Quick engage here. There's the rewind from Murden. Marlowe able to intercept on out. But we're 20 versus 20 right now. Vala has the Acrobat here, actually on level 20, getting the extra vault charges. Interesting. Don't see that an awful lot. Big taunt, and there is the pull. Felipe is a little bit low here, has to pop the Avatar to try to get away here, but using that health pool to the advantage of Yolo diving you. There's the no control on the back. You see 30k Violet trying to kite Savage Draug away. There is the Hog Wild. Felipe is low. Oh, the Hungering Arrow's barely missing there from Panda Colada.
Oh,
Core is now being pressured in the top lane. Hogger is clearing out the bottom. It's just going to be a quick race here. But the core shielding is about to fall.
Yeah, it's very tense here. Looks like red, what will they opt to just go for the core? It looks like they will as the core is falling quickly. Hogger's trying to clear. There's threat in both top and bottom. Never mind, they're going to race this Immortal. Take the free win. It's Immortal.
Yolo diving use, trying to come through for the defense. Nice push there onto Dahaka. Albatox. Oh, is actually going to get stunned there. It's a big silence though from Gunner. Can they get the follow-up? Taunt comes out onto Savage Drago. Hogger is down. Felipe, a little bit. It's still through. Oh my goodness. Marlowe is getting shredded by this Lunara. Felipe's still low. There is the strafe on the edge though. Panda Colada with the kill. Big multi-shot is going to be it for Li Ming. Love Dart being chased out. Nice sleep. Pinkman with that nano boost is trying to get some work done, but this looks like it's going to be a death blow here. The core shielding is already gone as this camp and this poor stuck catapult is trying to get in range, but we're at 57%. It's a triple kill for 30k Violet, and they've got an Immortal on the way. This seems like it's checkmate here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we saw a little bit of hesitation.
Goodness, look at Panda Colada's health bar. That's Lunara burst right there. But
Absolutely.
30k Violet are going to move up, extra stun, one more kill for the books. They're looking for Love Dart here, but that's going to be the game. 30k Violet, their third win in a row here. GG.
It's definitely well played. GG for sure. They dropped a few more kills in the last series. I think that last moment that was so tough. I've been in that situation before where Yolo Diving You is. They've got both lanes pushing. The Immortal is crashing down. I wish we would have seen a little bit more decisiveness there. And I know it's hard because you won't want to keep up that defensive advantage. But like the longer that went on, the more advantageous for 30k. And I think ultimately them kind of like having that moment of hesitation allowed for the wind tunnel into the wall, for Gallon Gunner to say, here's a route in front of you, so you couldn't even walk forward if you tried. And then even to get that blink forward, right? That astral communion. And just say, all right, you guys just be quiet.
That was a really good ending there. Albatox had to go into the stun circle, but the big gust into the corner and the big astral communion, wow, what a play. I mean, Yolo Diving You, they had a lot stacked against them there in those final moments.
Yeah.
So they would have needed a miracle to try to turn it around at that point, but 30k Violet absolutely putting the exclamation point on the end of that game.
Yeah, definitely. They've come out. They've shown some things that they're practicing, and to bring it back to the beginning, we talked about like, is the Vala enough? Like, Panda and Gunner together, like Gunner with quite a lot of healing there from the Malfurion, and Panda as well, getting some Lunara hits, but always being able to survive, get that poke in those fights, and still take top damage in the game by a significant margin without a single death.
Nicely done, nicely done. FreePX, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
What's up, what's up, CPX?
Good to see you around these parts.
Nerds?
See if we can find out where our next map is gonna be. Wait for that lobby link. Which maps are available? What haven't we gone to that would be awesome? We haven't seen a Towers of Doom yet. That's up and available. Tomb of the Spider Queen was banned last time. We might get to see it here in this series.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, I want to see a cursed Hollow game. I want to see how 30k. Like, we've seen 30k Violet be able to execute on the team fight here, right? Like, they just showed a variant. We saw Marlo like dipping and diving. He felt like he died 5 times, but he only died once, right? He was always low. I would love to see how 30k Violet does when the macro is down. Like, right? They can do a checkmate when it's a team fight.
A lot of those maps are banned here. I mean, Curse did get banned away, but Alterax's banned, Sky Temple's banned. Looks like we're actually going to be going to Dragonshire, which is probably one of the closest to what you're talking about here in terms of it's not just about everyone go to the same point every 3 minutes. There's a little bit of strategy you've got to employ. You've got to move around the map effectively.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I love watching well-coordinated teams, their macro and rotations here. And so I'm excited to see how both of these teams are prepared, like how they've come along in the development. If they were, maybe 30k Violet's been in preparation for a little bit longer. Maybe the same is true about Yolo Diving You. We're going to see that here. Dragonshire is really going to expose how your shot calling dynamics work and your rotation.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man, we're in for a treat.
In terms of the heroes that we've seen so far, I mean, obviously Dahaka, Falstad, high priority on a map like Dragonshire. I don't expect to see Brightwing make it through. Hasn't made it through a single draft yet. I can't imagine Dragonshire is the one where Brightwing is going to show up. But, I mean, we've seen the Hogger come through here for Savage Drago. Another hero that sometimes we get to see here, Urel, has some really nice top lane control, can do a little bit of double soak. Can fall a little bit behind in the camp clear, which is where people like, Sonya and Hogger tend to pull ahead, because they're able to just go back and rip a camp, where Urel has a little bit more trouble there. But I'd be interested to see a nice Urel flank come on down.
Yeah, it definitely could be good. Sonya's an interesting one. We've seen a lot less Sonya in the meta recently. And like, she had her meteoric rise, and then some tuning buffs to bring her back down to scale. And even after her nerfs, she was still pretty popular. And then all of a sudden, it was like no one plays her anymore.
I think it's tough in the kind of comps that these teams tend to play. We've seen a lot of it today. It's not just like a stun. It's like, we're going to run 5 stuns.
Yeah.
And that's going to be our comp. And poor Sonya, like, all Sonya brings is damage. Like, you've got the leap to get onto the target, maybe. Maybe you go Wrath of the Berserker if you think it's going to be a longer fight, but you just bring damage. Whereas, you know, you've got Hogger. Hogger's got good repositioning, is able to move in and out. He's got the Unstoppable. Blaze brings a bunker. Really, really important. Dahaka's got the global and the kind of engage with Lurker Strain, with drag, and help in those fights. Sonya doesn't really do any of that. Sonya's just a big ball of damage.
Yeah.
And when you feel like you can't pick that into 5 stuns on the enemy side, it makes it hard to justify the hero.
I think you've nailed it there. I'm curious, like, why if Dahaka's available, why would you ever pick a Sonya? Because Dahaka's damage is really approaching what Sonya's damage currently is sitting at. It's like, sure, she just brings damage, but Dahaka, I mean, his little claws are quite scratchy.
Oh yeah, I mean, and he's got all the extra tools. He's got the extra stuff that Sonya doesn't have.
Yeah,
the main thing, like, there are niches here and there. Dahaka, not the greatest at taking camps. So if you need a bruiser that can go take some camps, Dahaka's not going to be your one, unless you end up going one who collects on 4, which is like taking out a big part of Dahaka's power right now with Lurker Strain.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you've been seeing of these Dahaka games, but once you get the Tunneling Claws with the Lurker Strain, all of a sudden you have an invisible, unstoppable engage tool.
Boopable,
which is like, this seems unfair. It seems like unfair for Dahaka to have when they already have so much.
I think it was interesting in the previous years. I'm pretty sure 7 Rings, when they took their Dahaka there that time, I don't think they took that talent level 4, which I definitely noticed and thought, oh, interesting.
I mean, there are times not to take it. Like, Hero Stalker is still a really good talent, but the way that Lurker Strain, once you get to 16 and pair it with the Tunneling Claws, just gives you an aspect of your kit that you did not have before.
Yeah.
Like being able to just zoom in and get a decent slow that allows you to set up your drag. It's tough to give that part of your kit up. You've got to have a real good reason.
It also allows you to play in different ways. I mean, like the CDR was helpful. There's so many ways that can change the matchups that he has that I've been loving when I've been playing in the offlane. Even with my, 2 brain cells and 1 APM.
It's like both teams are just waiting on one to get back here before we can jump into Dragonshire. Shouldn't be too much longer here.
It's tough.
Same has been called in the chat many times.
Sam has been called. I want to make some predictions, but it's tough because the previous map didn't really show. Like, we definitely saw some fighting, and there's fighting on Dragonshire, but really what separates Dragonshire from all the other maps is the dynamic rotations. It's like King of the Hill at 3 places at the same time. And we didn't really see a lot of that here that can say, oh, I'm going to lean 30k Violet because we've been seeing them on a tear 3 in a row. But, like, really, this is anyone's map here because we didn't really see things like, oh, wow, 30k Violet really beat them on rotations, for example. So I'm interested. This definitely could be anyone's game. We'll see how the draft goes, though, because Dragonshire can really be decided in, minute -2 to minute 2.
It's gonna be, So there's a couple different ways that I tend to see Dragonshire played. You've either got the solo bottom lane and something like a Chromie or a Hanzo or a Junkrat if you can get it. Sometimes even Lunara and Zagara can hold down that job. You can also do it as like you set up bot and you've got a roamer. Maybe you send Sylvanas to go clear mid, or you've got a Zeratul that can do that kind of job. You're on Dragonshire. I've also seen some teams run essentially a double bruiser. They just go solo top and bottom, and then they've got a gank squad that just runs wherever they want to run and works the map that way. So I'm interested to see if there is a style that reigns supreme for both teams, or if we're going to see a clash of styles here.
Yeah, I'm fascinated as well. It's always so interesting.
Looks like we've got some readies coming on out. Fantastic. Did I set up the scoreboard? I did. Look at me. Casting like a pro.
It's funny, though, like most the drafts that we've seen today could probably work on Dragonshire, right? You could have the Vala with your 3-man, then she can get most of the heals. You could have something like the Anubarak or the Muradin in that 3-man as well. The Lunara could work on the bottom, the Hanzo could work on the bottom. Interesting. Blaze could work on the top. Hager works in the top.
I mean, Falstad, like there's
Falstad, yeah.
that's sort of that's sort of why the meta's the meta, right? Is like you've got heroes that just work in so many different ways on so many different maps. So it's not like you have to totally change your style as long as you're playing a particular set of heroes. But
Yeah.
we'll see if the control is going to be the same, if the priority is going to be the same. We already see a little bit of a change with Falstad removed by Yolo diving you. Not willing to first pick it themselves.
Yeah, Dahaka here.
Dahaka gone too. Uh-oh. Something's getting through. Junkrat, Stukov, and Brightwing can't all be banned in 2 picks here.
So
Exciting.
if you're Yolo diving you, what is your thinking? Like, which one do you want?
Right now, I think you ban Brightwing.
Okay.
You
And
just
are you
remove
wanting-
that global entirely. There you go.
There you
And
go.
you say, do you want us to have Stukov or do you want us to have Junkrat? And I feel like Yolo diving you is about to pick up a Stukov.
Yeah, well, I mean, well called.
I
Well,
feel
that's
like
why you're
maybe
the expert.
30k. So in that spot for 30k Violet, what you could say is I'm going to ban neither. But
Yeah.
if they think that one is significantly better than the other, like they just value Junkrat over the Stukov there, they could have had it so it could have been a Junkrat versus Stukov matchup, but they felt like not worth it on Dragonshire, and I think I agree.
Yeah. I love the dynamic of when you get to call the bluff on that first pick and you take the other one. Anubrak Sylvanas here. I think it's a strong pickup here in the rotation.
Oh yeah. About as standard as it can possibly get here. A noob
Yeah.
Sylv on Dragonshire. You get to move around the map, get some extra siege in there. There's the Hager, there's the Lunara. Another series where these teams are just going to run it back. We got the Stukov kicker this time, though. So that makes things a little more interesting.
We'll see if that changes the tides. You know, Hager here works well for the map. Lunara, she's quite strong. So definitely showing a confidence here from Drogo and Zalai that, like, okay, we can make it work this time.
So, I mean, with your Stukov, you want to have ways to keep people still. We're going to see 30k Violet remove the variant. That definitely could have helped. And right now, I mean, Lunara doesn't have any extra CC. Hager has, like, some convoluted ways to hold people still. Not really reliable here. So I'm interested to see how they fill out this draft without a Nubarak to try to keep someone still for long enough that the silence does some serious work.
I mean, what are your options here? Thinking about a tank that could do rotation. So we could see Felipe get back on that Muradin, right? Muradin's nice for the ability to jump.
I think you... Oh, jeez. I'm looking at this and for some reason my brain is going, you want a Maiev here. On the side
really?
of Yolo diving you. We're going to see Malfurion Blaze. This is just... 30k Violet is just drafting the nuts here. Like, look at them go.
Draft him in nuts. I love Panda's obviously going to be able to flex here in the last spot, which I love to see. They've got a 4-man that can do whatever, and it allows them to really be adaptable here. So you're thinking like main tank Maiev or Maiev in that
No,
4-man?
like Maiev flex. Is it Johanna Maiev? It's gonna be the Vala. I mean, I guess you've got
interesting.
Reign of Vengeance to help keep them in there. So, like, if you go with the Johanna stun combo, get the Stukov silence down. If you've got the Reign of Vengeance follow-up, I think there's enough damage between the two of them that you don't need to keep them there for like 4 straight seconds to get a kill.
Right. So are you thinking this is going to be a reactive Ballista Spores or low blow Stukov?
Ooh, jeez.
Because
Some
they might
Hanzo here
need
from
that.
Panda.
They might need that early game, right? With Evolva's a later game. You know, Johanna definitely is a later game hero. They might need that reactive to be able to set anything up.
You know, I think you might be right. I think this could be a reactive, virulent reaction game.
Yeah,
There's just not that. There's not that pile of stuns to keep people still to get those resets.
I've been loving the E-build from Stukov recently and seeing a lot of it. It's lots of damage, pretty exciting as well. But I think
It's
without that, I
very-
think
It's comparatively a lot easier to do, which always has its advantages, right? Like,
Yeah.
yes, these players are at the top, but still, just being able to use your brain power elsewhere other than your crazy mechanical combos is useful. You get clearer comms, you get better decisions, all sorts of stuff like that. But I feel like maybe this is a reactive game.
We'll see. I'm definitely not the level of these players, but that's my instinct here because like Johanna, she's gonna like. I feel like they're gonna be able to just skirt away from her till level 10.
Let's find out. Game number 2 on the left in the blue. It's Yolo diving you. I did it again. Zale is on Lunara. Pinkman on the Vala. Savage Drago on the Hogger. Felipe is playing Johanna. And Love Dart is on the Stukov.
On a little bit of a tear is our red team with Gown the Gunner playing Malfuri and Albatox on Sylvanas. Epic Player playing the Blaze. Marlo on Unurak and Panda Colada playing Hanzo. 30k Violet looking to close their second series, having won 3 in a row already.
There it is. Low blow Stukov. So not going to go reactive. Instead, just going with the put down the E and put down the E again. Then maybe put it down a third time because you just get infinite E's. That's just what you do.
It's not bad. Panda going here for the Stormbow rather than the W at 1. Savage Drago rooted. Hogger hates it.
Oh my goodness. That's Twilight. Emerald Dreams. Emerald Dreams on 1. Such a pain for Hogger because you don't get to hit the E right away. You're rooted and then you're slept. Nice kill coming out from 30k Violet. And yeah, they're going to send Hanzo down to the bottom lane. They're going to have this. This is just like A1 perfect Dragonshire roam. Sylvanas, Malfurion, and Uberak. Like,
yeah, I'm really a fan here. I think the Hanzo will probably struggle in clearing this bottom wave, so I want to see them really tight here. Oh, but you know what? If Blaze is going to get the double soak here, that's actually going to help because it's going to allow the 3-man to frequently rotate bottom to help Hanzo with that last little bit that he's going to struggle with.
Yolo diving you is actually double camping right now, so trying to get some early pressure onto Blaze in the top lane. They're going to lose a little bit of minion soak for this. Marlo is going to check, but Felipe in the area has the unstoppable to move on.
Look here, the Blaze and Hanzo, or Blaze and Hogger. Oh!
Epic Player reading him like a book, steals the camp. Oh, disaster strikes for Yolo diving you. Epic Player showing that veteran instinct, knowing that Hogger had to be alone on the camp. Wow, I wish I could have got the camera over there sooner, but we got the final blow. And is this going to be a sub 2-minute Dragon Knight?
If I'm
They're going for it. Marlo's got the channel. There's going to be one interrupt. 157, 158. They did it. 159 Dragon Knight. It's got about 17 health, but it's going to get a little bit of damage here on the mid. Albatox going to turn off the towers to help it out.
I think it's a really smart decision for Blue to give the Dragon pre 2 minutes, right? Because the scaling turns over at every minute. So allowing that 159, the perfect time to give it over.
With the help of Sylvanas, the wall actually goes down here. Now we're going to see what we usually see out of an early Dragon, actually going to the top lane, just to try to help out the solo laner a little bit as the game goes on.
Yeah. And meanwhile, though, like this allows Sylvanas to push an entire wave bottom. Hanzo here not with the greatest structure pressure, but Johanna's going to have to come down and put some threat here.
I've seen nice sleep there coming out from Gunner. A little bit of damage there. But I've seen, like, particularly players that are on 30k Violet right now run this strat as well. Look at that. The slow's coming on out. This is why Stukov is often banned here as Hanzo goes down. But just running this particular early game Dragonshire strategy, it's so effective, especially when you can get basically the perfect comp for it.
Yeah, I think you're really right. They really have this here. Yolo and you, they're not too far behind by any means here, but like they have a comp that wants to scale, so it makes sense that they'd already have lost a little bit of their wall here. Their walls, excuse me. They have 1 tower left, 2 towers left across all 3 of their forts. But the bottom camp here is going to be powerful and allow them to take a tower and possibly a well, depending on how 30k Violet responds.
First tower going to go down here. Marlo on the edge looking for a flank, but Gunner's still in the mid, so Marlo really just representing a threat. Wall still going to take some damage here as Pinkman and Zale try to get some hits. What we see an engage here from Marlo. Going to do a little check there with the Impale. No connection. Overall, they save half their wall. Not too bad.
Yeah. They're up 80% of a level here. Panda Colada here caught. Oh, the silence is just barely not there. Panda able to jump away. Great sense there to not try to get too much.
Felipe is going to be stopped by Marlo. I was watching the chase on the Lunar in the top lane. I went down there to see what's going on with the Hanzo. Marlo able to get out of there. We see the growing infestation now. The second part of the Stukov trifecta. We see the resets come in on 13 to finish it off. I have seen some Stukov players do this setup, but still go virulent reaction.
I think.
Which
why do you need two? Why do you need two of them if they're already dead?
The resets are just really, really good. Actually, Marlo got stuck there on a short burrow charge, trying to get through the large part of that triangle, and Anubarak goes down. Tough spot there. That's one of those where you're thinking, I think I can abuse the terrain and get a little extra distance, and then the game just goes, nope, you're done.
Yeah, very unfortunate here. Blaze here actually escorting a minion wave onto the wall with the Sylvanas and this Malfurion to boot. Looks like there will be a little bit of a trade here. They're looking to get top fort in exchange for bottom wall. Hogger here going to try to say something about that with that dense blasting powder.
Yeah, this top fort is going down, but this bottom fort, there's a camp on it as well, is going to fall. One thing to note here, Lunara doesn't have the PvE damage, so you won't see those big chunks of the poison, but Lunara does have the, what is it called, Blossom Swell on level 4, so you get the larger size on the, gosh, I can't remember these Lunara names. It's on the queue. You get the bigger size and you get the bigger range.
Yeah.
Noxious Blossom, is that it?
Yep.
Alright, Noxious Blossom.
Correct.
Bliggity Blossom, is that the one?
I think it is Hippity Hoppity Bliggity Blossom.
Hippity Hoppity Bliggity Blossom. Alright, we did it. Felipe with the engage onto the back line there. Nice follow-up silence, but they're able to get out. There is the Dragon Arrow to follow up. Can Hogger make it out this time? There's the Hog Wild. Gets in the back. Nice Rain of Vengeance for the peel. Lunara still in the cocoon, is finally going to be busted out. Epic player going to come out of that bunker with a double stun in the front. Panda Colada trying to chase out Savage Drago here. Hogger gets away. Epic player going to get the channel. That's another dragon going over to the 30k Violet. Quite the fireworks there in the mid lane.
Yeah, lots of fighting there. I was hoping Johanna would just Blessed Shield inside that Stukov arm, but nope. Falling Sword.
Falling Sword going to try to help out with this giant, you know, you've got the double stun from Anubarak, you've got the follow-up area stun from Blaze, trying to help people out just from the Emerald Dreams on level 1 from Malfurion can be helpful.
You're right. How is Blue going to get a pick here? Without a misposition from Red.
Marlo going way in there. There's the follow-up route, and poor Lunara is taken down. Marlo's been trying a lot of, we'll say, exploratory engages on Anubarak so far today, and I feel like they're getting a little better.
Yeah, we definitely have seen that happen here. There's also less and less to punish him, though. Like, if the Stukov isn't there, I mean, I think Marlo is fairly free to kind of play like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, in that position, you know that you're not going to get counter-engaged there as well. Actually, Johanna taken down in the mid, unexpected there. Nice job, 30k Violet finding that one. Usually you don't find the random mid-lane Johanna kill, but you say if you line up the talents, you line up the stuns, you can find it.
Yeah, Albatok's here, locking it down, but this is going to be knocked out.
Oh, Marlo going right in there, taking advantage of the black arrows, but mostly just to allow this fort to be taken down. Right here, looking at
siege damage here. Hanzo with top hero damage in the game with 22,000. This is a very low damage game, even though we've seen quite a few of these quick skirmishes. They've been very quick.
Yeah, there's been like one extended engage so far, but it's been a lot of just blitz ganks and a lot of sort of little scuffles. So not a big chance for teams to get those drawn out like big Vala damage or big Sylvanas dagger damage in these engages. But we could have a fight here. We're going to see the scout from Hanzo, Epic player, trying to get in position. Nice body block, though, from Felipe. Someone's up on the point. There we go.
Yeah.
Yolo diving you, picks that up. They may have themselves a possible engage advantage here.
They have this spell
30k
armor,
Violet gets away.
Drop. Yeah. 30k Violet getting quite a lot of ground here. They do clear this camp up. They have a camp pushing in the top lane. I wonder if they just try to swing bottom and then run top.
Drago clear in mid. We'll probably see Hogger go up to deal with that as the shrines activate. Right now, 30k Violet just keeping an eye out. Marlowe looking. Love Dart able to get away there. Nice unstoppable from Johanna. Looks like we're going to be focusing on the top lane. Bottom lane is already controlled here by 30k Violet. They've got the structure advantage here in the top. Marlowe's going to go for it here.
Without Blessed Shield, Marlowe is allowed to do whatever he wants here.
Hanzo was looking for a quick cap. You're going to see Lunara down in the bottom lane actually turn this altar over here. Cocoon comes out. There's a dragon onto the back line to cut that Stukov silence. Big shockwave coming on out from Drago. Vala is going to be the first to go down here, though. Love Dart is going down next. Augur is just looking for a way out here. Savage Drago with the knockback. Johanna trying to get away here. Oh, big connection, though, from Epic Player. The Crossfire connects as well. It's a triple kill for 30k Violet.
All right, so let's see if they can make this dragon happen. Actually, they're going to ignore the dragon, go for this mid camp. They're going to continue to push top in, I guess. This priority here, I guess, is with the time that will take a Nubarak. They're actually not prioritizing top.
Just gonna seems like camp. A while we're here kind of camp.
Yeah.
Nubarak's got to go down to the bottom lane. They're going to get the dragon here in the mid. It's like, well, you know, we got 15 seconds while we're here.
Yep.
Why don't we just go ahead and pick ourselves up a bruiser?
A nice little gift. Okay, dragon here. Let's see what their priority is. Blaze here going to walk bottom.
Dragon going through the bottom side here. They're just going to be working on this fort. The wave isn't caught up here, though.
Ooh, yeah.
Gunner's actually going to go back and try to deal with that.
They
got time here. They got 53 seconds on this dragon. They can afford to chill hang for a moment.
Yeah, definitely. Nubarak started to try and clear that wave, but actually backed out and went to go hold the bush, which is why Gunner went. And then now Albatox is here. And you know what, actually? Black Arrows are probably going to be back up here. They could use Black Arrows again if in 10 seconds. Less than 10. 5 seconds now.
Dragon is actually going to push solo mid here for a moment, while the rest of 30k Violet is trying to get this minion wave in range here on the bottom side. Part of the wall is down. See Lunara sent away here as the Dragon Knight down to about 30%. Felipe looking for an engage. There's a silence. Follow-up stun, but great Dragon Arrow coming out from Hanzo to deny the next engage. Johanna up in the air. Gets everyone out of that stun. Mind control onto the back line. He's going to bring Love Dart forward. Big kick from the Dragon. He's got Stukov a little bit low. Epic Player is out. Oh, we're going to see it. Crossfire connects. There is Stukov going down. That's got to feel bad if you're Yolo diving you there. You feel like I'm behind the wall and the Blaze connection is still there.
Yeah, and it looks like they're actually going to be able to take this keep here.
Look at this! Soleil is in trouble! Lunar is down there. Oh my goodness, this is going to be game. I can't believe they just got those 2 picks.
Both of those, they both have to feel, all 3 of these last picks have got to feel really bad as like, oh no, just like a little bit too far out. And great work to 30k for being able to capitalize on those little things here. Epic Player taking a lot of CC and damage here. The peel comes out from Marlowe though, and wow, Vala just cannot stand up there without her healer.
Nubarak Blaze, man. Oh, big shockwave. Epic Players taking some hits from this core. Here comes Savage Drago back, but the core already down past 50%. This is going to be 30k Violet with another 2-0 victory here, and they're going to be moving on to round number 3. GG.
Yeah. Very well played there. Impressed with the play, and I think we definitely watched their level of coordination pick up. Like, I think from game 1, there was like some missteps. Game 2, they really got it running. And then game 1 of this season, or this, I felt like they were continuing. I think their opponents were like a little bit better prepared, but in this game again, like it was a clinic. Like from the moment that they got the perfect Dragonshire comp to the invade, and like with great game sense from Epic Player to get that, like they just ran it. They just ran it.